Who the fuck is that guy right there? That fucking guy right there.
What? Ray Romano's bothering you?
Who? Ray who?
Ray Romano, the guy from Everybody Loves Raymond?
Who give a fuck what show he's on? I'll fuck this motherfucker up, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, Ray!
Hello, Marshall.
Fucking problem here, buddy? Would you like to fuck me? Is that what this is?
I get it, man. What's going on?
Would you like me to fucking bend over for you right now?
No. No, man.
滑る落下傘一斉に膨らむ不意後の風蒸気の熱は耳から鼻へ視せる名言まぶたを開く青色
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of What the Hell Happened to Them? The Adam Sandler saga continues with...
Funny people.
Yes. And thank you all for joining us. Our sponsor today is Mud Meat. If you like your meat crisp, raw, and dirty, go the paleo diet and get your Mud Meat. www.mudmeat.com. Promo code JOSEPHART. All right.
What a shitty, shitty promo code.
I wish it were in my control. It's not. That's what they told us it was going to be.
You should have, at least, kind of hollered back at them.
I think Lev took care of most of that, and so we do have the great Lev Van Rensselaer on our soundboards, and of course we have the brand new intern Jiminy. He'll be going over the phone, so you can call us. The number is right below the website on the link. All right, Joe.
How do they know when to call us? We don't give out times when we record this.
Just call right now. There you go. All right. Call right now. As you're listening, call right now. Call that number. Thank you, and we'll be taking all of your phone calls. All right, Joe.
What if they just called...
Yes.
Frequently?
Yeah.
So our
keep
phone
trying.
line's always open.
Phone lines are... We don't close them down, all right?
We never pick them up.
This is not like... Yeah. We just leave them there, and if we're walking by and it's ringing, we'll pick it up and we'll have a little chat.
Jiminy's not in there. He has a life.
But Jiminy's there right now during the recordings, and I think he helps Lev do some editing. So,
someone should.
Interns, what can you do? They're free. I'm not complaining. All right, Joe, can you give us a brief description of the funny people?
It's no article, just funny people.
Yeah, all right, go on.
Funny people. It's Seth Rogen's movie.
He's the main character.
He is the main character in this movie, starring Adam Sandler.
Yeah. I like that Judd Apatow's DVDs, they all look like they have the same layout. They're all like the solid color.
Most of them have
with the
Seth
little
Rogen's
square
face
box.
on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting tale.
So what happens in this movie, Joe?
Seth Rogen is an up-and-coming comedian, which is kind of believable. He's
Why can't he be an up-and-coming comedian?
Because isn't he kind of old to be up-and-coming?
Oh. No, I don't think so.
I know he doesn't look the age that he is.
He could be.
I don't know. A little
he
tiny bit older than he is.
He could be even if his character's 30 here, right? He could have just meandered around in his life for a little too long, and then all of a sudden said, "All right, I'm finally gonna make it big."
I also think that's one of the motifs of a Judd Apatow movie.
Yeah. What? The people being too old for their roles?
No. No.
Yeah.
The Man Boy.
Yeah, could be.
The Man Boys.
Mm-hmm. I could agree with that.
Started by Adam Sandler in the 90s.
Adam Sandler paved the way for Judd Apatow.
Wait, I think they paved the way for each other.
Here's the deal, right? Without Adam Sandler, there'd be no girls, I think is the point of my story.
Hot take.
So Lena Dunham, you could thank Adam Sandler for your show.
Hot take. Want to see what all the feminists think about that?
Let's go. Let's leave plenty of inflammatory comments down below. That's perfectly fine with us.
We need to get a comment section just for this episode.
We'll have Jiminy go through them all, and he can let me know what the key ones are.
Okay, yeah, so Seth Rogen, up-and-coming comedian.
Yes.
Sandler pops in. I think his name's George Simmons. He's a famous actor.
Listen, I know his character's name is George Simmons, but I really wish they had just said his character's name was Adam Sandler. Like, this movie would have been so much more ballsy and bold had they had Adam Sandler just pretend he was himself.
It did seem ballsy and bold until you found out his name was George Simmons.
I know, right? Like,
because it's like, oh,
he's even watching old stand-up of himself.
Yep.
Like, so just
if they just
wouldn't it
announced
just be
him as
great?
Adam Sandler,
Have that, and then try to get the rights to like a click or something. Instead of the weird baby face thing.
This is Universal. I'm sure he did some
Yeah,
for
right?
Universal.
So that would have been awesome. That would have been I would have totally seen this movie. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, but they're not lampooning. They're lampooning like the commercially not funny movies that he did later on. So like the selling out. Yes. Which makes...
Or baby body movie.
Yeah. Like, I like the mermaid because like the girl he's having sex with that clearly wants him to like be that character. Well, like, what a not sexy character.
Yeah.
So why is that the one you want him to be?
Would you rather him be the baby one?
They're both creepy. Like, it's just... Like,
they're making fun of the Wayans brothers for those movies, though, I feel like.
Good. They deserve it.
Do you remember Little Man?
I do. Yeah, I do.
So yeah, he's very weathered at this point.
Yes.
And he finds out that he has the Walter White disease.
Yeah. Which I like that they do. I thought something like that might happen in this movie, but I like that they did it in like the first like 7 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Thank God that they just start right then. I'm like, oh good, all right, here we go. I don't have to just spend a half hour and then it happens.
Know.
And then it went on for another 2.5 hours. Which
this movie is unconscionably...
Listen, it's not that the movie is too long. It's not that's not my complaint. It's that, like we talked about last week with Judd Apatow, it's that it's 2 movies.
Oh yes.
And I don't need the second movie. I don't need the 40 minutes we spent on him trying to get back with his ex-wife.
Not even ex-wife. Like, just girlfriend.
Yeah, that's right. His former girlfriend that he cheated on. Like, if you wanted that to be like this little plot that was also part of the movie, sure, I'm on board.
Or tighten it up.
If you wanted to cut out 25 minutes of that movie,
we don't need to see your daughter singing. What do you think of that?
No, like, that's fine because they're trying. Like, I like this. I like the idea of like him having a near-death experience and then learning nothing from it. I like that arc. Mm-hmm. That's okay. I don't think you need this 40-minute coda to illustrate that point. I think you can do it with the characters we've already met, and I think you can do it with just fewer scenes with her and her kids.
It's like
tell you it's like Apocalypse Now
90 minutes earlier.
It's like Apocalypse Now when, you know, like they cut out that scene at the plantation that's also like 40 minutes long that doesn't do anything.
Plantation?
Like there's like they go to like a plant. That's what keeps the movie from being 3 hours and 15 minutes long, is cutting out that scene. But you don't need it in there. It's not really helping you. You know, so this is sort of the same thing. We're adding this extra chunk and it's sort of distracting us. We can still get the same tone. We can find a way to streamline everything. I don't know if you take out 90 minutes of this movie.
I would.
I think you can make. I think you can make
85.
it. I think you can make it a 2-hour, 10-minute movie, and I'd be okay with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a new Patrick.
I think I would, because I like this. This is the first Sandler character I've liked in a while.
Oh, I love this movie. I just wish it was
like,
I could watch it more often.
I don't mind.
I find it very funny.
I don't mind watching him for a long period of time. I just feel like I got bored of the wife thing for so much. Mm-hmm. So that's I know you. Yeah, you've been trying to get at me all week to see what I thought of the time limit, and that's what I thought.
Oof. Hot takes.
Hot takes.
I knew I wouldn't like it.
Woo, hot take, please.
So on Box Office Mojo,
yes,
it says this movie is 2 hours and 16 minutes.
16 minutes,
and it's not, because unless they made it even longer on the Blu-ray cut. And then the unrated Blu-ray. This movie is 2 hours and 26 minutes. Yeah. And then the unrated version is 2 hours and 33 minutes.
Yeah, somewhere out there is a 2.5 hour. They thought, these 7 minutes need to be in there. Let's let the audience have this. I wonder what that screenplay must have been thick. That must have been a chunky book of text.
You think there was a thick screenplay to all this improv?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you write something down. Do you not?
They have a stand-up set.
That's a good point. Yeah, there's a lot of stand-up happening. Yeah, that's true.
I liked being able to have another Adam Sandler song in his repertoire.
Yeah, he does that Beatles song, that really obscure Beatles thing. That was kind of a weird thing they threw in there. Mm-hmm. I like it, though.
It's very...
it's Real Love. It's the title of our first movie.
I'm talking about the one where he's at the piano and he's just like...
I thought you were talking about that.
miss me when I'm gone.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the one where he's on the guitar.
Oh, yeah, no, I like that one, too.
That. Yeah. No, that the piano one was pretty funny. It's super depressing.
This movie's so dark.
Yeah, but I liked when he's driving out of the parking lot and he's just like, "You're gonna die!" Ah! That was funny. That was amusing. That was. It's like, yeah, I think Sandler looked like, compared to Bedtime Stories, he looked like he was having fun in this movie, and I think he likes to do these types of roles. I think he just, I don't know why he doesn't do them more.
Do you know who did not find this amusing?
Who?
Audiences around the world. This movie cost $75 million to make. Do you see that? Just because of maybe the cameos? They have a lot of cameos.
I don't. I bet you could pay those guys like nothing. You could even just... since a lot of them are Adam Sandler's friends, he said, hey, you want to come down for a sandwich? I think Adam Sandler cost $20 million of this movie.
I would say more.
Yeah. Like, I think Adam Sandler's a chunk of this budget.
I think Seth Rogen's like, I'll take whatever you give me.
I just want to be in this movie with this guy that I like, that I grew up watching and enjoying. Oh my God, how much like this movie this is. Just call him Adam Sandler in the movie.
Yeah, the budget was $75 million.
Yeah.
Domestic total, $51 million.
Holy crap.
And a foreign gross of $19 million. To put it under the $75 million that's only $71 million.
Now, I don't remember this movie coming out, but do you?
It came out the summer after, like, the first year of out of high school. So you were in college 1 year.
Yeah, so... So do you remember though?
Yeah, I saw it. Do you remember the opening night? Do you
remember the ad campaign and stuff? I'm just trying to figure out why do you think this movie did poorly?
Oh, probably because it was just too goddamn long. People saw that runtime and they're like, "Fuck this!"
I don't know.
Away.
Like Judd Apatow's movies are usually that long, and they do pretty well. So.
I don't know. I bet it was going against like some big fucking movie. Hold on, let me see what it was going against.
What the opening weekend was like?
Yeah. Came out July 31st. It was number 1 that week. Oh, it was going against Harry Potter.
Yeah, I don't know though. Like, did it have? Can you see the second week? Did it have like a steep drop off if it was number 1?
It made $22 million the first weekend.
Yeah.
This makes no sense. Mm-hmm. G.I. Joe: Rise of the Cobra.
Oh, I remember that.
Julie
movie.
and Julia.
I remember that movie.
It had a very steep drop off. It made $7 million the next week.
Yeah, so essentially people watched that movie. They thought they were going to get a funny Adam Sandler / Judd Apatow movie, and then they were just super sad
because his brand at that time was just like super slapstick. Like, because the last couple of movies were Bedtime Stories, Click, and those are
right. So essentially,
Chuck and Larry.
So essentially, you have no
Kevin James in this one. They were like, "Fuck this."
Woo! No Kevin James. He was too busy zookeepering, maybe, or what was he doing?
He was keeping all the zoos together.
No, I think maybe this film didn't have a home. Maybe like the Punch Drunk Love, Reign Over Me crowd thought it would be too funny, and they didn't take it seriously, and maybe the regular Sandler crowd just thought it would be too depressing. I don't know. I don't know what
they brought it for 1 week.
I don't know what the trailers do. Yeah, everybody. They had
this movie should have never cost $75 million.
You had the hardcore people. I don't know when you move 2.5 hours.
What is on screen that makes you think, oh, it's $75 million?
I'm telling you, it's actors. It's actors.
I know, but there's
this movie's main cast is pretty big.
Yeah.
Right. So
Seth Rogen was still kind of up and coming.
Yeah, so Seth Rogen. So I'm not saying they all. Not many of them would command large salaries, except for Sandler. But I feel like they have to get paid.
Seth Rogen.
Another Judd Apatow movie.
Yeah, but I would say because that was like his first starring role.
30-year-old version come out by then as well.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. Another 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, all movies that are way too long.
They're all 2.5 hour long.
Yeah, so people aren't getting scared away by the runtime. I don't know, maybe people didn't want to see a movie about a dying comedian.
I don't think that's even how they sold it.
How do they sell it?
We should watch the trailer.
We're not going to watch the trailer.
We should do this live. You should
have watched the trailer before you came here.
I mean, why not? We'll do this live. Yeah, talk. Let's. All
right.
When I'm looking it up.
All right. Well, Joe's looking it up. I liked I see, especially when
perfect opening. That 20 years ago thing where you're watching him with Judd's actually filming him when he's like a super young kid.
Yeah,
he's doing the prank phone calls.
Mm-hmm. Like right then, there's something about that that feels super depressing. So you know exactly what you're in for.
Because then like the flash forward to him like just walking through like an airport or something.
Like a person that just he does these silly like the man-child or somebody that just can't connect.
Why is the trailer 3.5 minutes long?
Because there's a lot of movie.
That's an omen.
There's a lot of movie to show.
Oh man, let me try to find.
Right, so especially when you have all the guest stars that you have in this movie that are clearly Adam Sandler's friends, I feel like we all know who these people are. Just call them Adam Sandler.
Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman shows up.
Vagina
Norm
joke.
Macdonald.
Eminem. Ray Romano.
I love Ray Romano. Can I tell you, I have this weird love for Ray Romano, and I don't know why.
I really would like to find.
I would love to cast him in something. Like it would be so great to work with him.
Another Ice Age movie?
No,
it's in the works.
Like I know everybody
used to do so well overseas.
I know everybody thinks of Ice Age and Mooseport when they think of Ray Romano.
They also think of Gene Hackman's last movie, Welcome to Mooseport.
Yeah, Mooseport. That's what I'm saying. So.
It's a sad, sad thing that happened in the world. His last movie is Welcome to Mooseport.
But I like him in just about everything else I've seen him in.
Yep.
Right, and I think he can do some of these more dramatic roles too. I think he is a good actor.
What's that show where it's like about aging men?
Yeah, he's the old men of a certain age.
Yep.
That's a great show, right? And that's a great cast. You have him. You got Bakula. You got Andre Bauer. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I think Andre Bauer got nominated for an Emmy for that show. That was a pretty good show.
I like him.
But I'm also a 40-year-old man, so I can relate.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine now.
He is
getting all those Emmys.
Unfortunately, he's on Brooklyn
Nine-Nine.
I
have watched an episode, and that was the Adam Sandler episode.
Oh, that's right. So, I don't know why I still watch that show.
Oh, you watch it?
I watched it because for like 5 episodes it was okay, and then I've never seen a show flanderize so quickly. For those of you at home who don't know what flanderization means,
please tell me.
It's a television term where a character becomes a stock character, like that's what they get reduced to. So like in the beginning of The Simpsons, Ned Flanders starts off as just like an anti-homer. He's like a good dad. Yeah, he's an anti-homer. He's a good dad. He's a father who cares about his son's well-being, and he goes to church, and he has good manners, and he's an upright citizen. Yeah, he's a business owner. And then
the left hand's to
yeah. But then all of a sudden, like to get quick jokes as the series get older, you get tired and you get lazy and you just kind of go for these quick gags. And so the only thing he really is now is just a guy that goes to church and says weird phrasing. So he gets flanderized into like a stock kid. So like all the characters sort of just become 2D stereotypes in like 5 episodes. Usually something that happens over time, over years, after you've explored these characters and just run out of things to do with them. So you go for some quick outs. This just immediately happened. Like the main girl all of a sudden becomes only like a neat freak to the point, like they all become cartoon characters. That's what flanderization is. It's when you stop being a real person.
Do you think that's how it got 4 seasons so far?
I mean, maybe. Like clearly
it's also switched nights a lot.
People find it
from
funny.
Tuesdays to Sunday,
but it hasn't hurt it, you know? Like
that's a weird thing.
Like usually it hurts a show. It killed Laverne and Shirley. Not that not that we're 40 years ago, but Laverne and Shirley was a top 4 show until they switched time slots, and then it wasn't even in the top 25.
I bet it still had like 30 million viewers.
Yeah, because there were 4 networks if DuPont was still around. I'm just saying. So there's some life here, right?
Viewers.
Yeah, and then it wins Golden Globes and it gets nominated for Emmys, and I have no idea why because it's not very good. But my roommates even like it; they love it. So there is an audience for it.
Yeah. There should be an audience for that Atlanta show. Let's just give a quick plug for that.
Yeah, so Joe's very into Atlanta, starring Donald Glover right now.
Watch 2 episodes. Hot show.
He's super into it. I've yet to watch it, so I have no opinion just of this recording, but he's convincing me to watch a show.
I feel like that's the selling point that I heard someone...
Yeah.
It was the Twin Peaks with rappers. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I don't know why that's not selling me on it, but I'll watch it anyway. I don't know. I like a
little chub in my Rogan.
Can I say I liked Jason Schwartzman's character in this guy that's on this awful sitcom.
Hey Teach or Yo Teach?
Yo Teach. Which, by the way, like I know sitcoms get a bad rap, and as a connoisseur of sitcoms, I will say that sitcom wouldn't exist in 2008. That sitcom was clearly
2009.
That sitcom was clearly envisioned in 1988 when a show like that would have happened. Because they're bad, but if that show is on for that long to make that guy a celebrity like that show wouldn't last that long because that show's too awful.
I would wonder what network would allow.
They said it was NBC. They said it right.
That doesn't surprise me.
Right, it's a Universal film, so that makes sense. You're allowed to do it.
They had a fucking show about a monkey doctor.
Yeah, but you know what? That show only lasted for 6 episodes, so that's fine. But they made it seem like this show had at least a season under its belt. So
do you know who helped get that show together? The Russo brothers?
The Monkey Doctor show?
The Russo brothers helped get that show together.
Do
you know the guys that are making the $100 million superhero movies
they had worked really well with that monkey in Community, and they thought, hey, this monkey and I, we should team up.
We're still keeping it on Sandler.
Yeah.
That Annie's boobs.
Yeah.
That monkey.
Yeah.
What's her name? Crystal the monkey.
Oh, she has a name. That's cool.
Well, she's in the Hangover trilogy.
Oh, of course. Hey, why not?
She's Adam Sandler's character in Zookeeper.
No way.
Yeah, should we watch it now?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't want to watch that movie.
No Kevin James for me, thank you.
Where he's the star. This is an Adam Sandler
I have to put up with Kevin James in enough things that have both Adam Sandler and Ray Romano. I don't need any more Kevin James.
Some grown-ups.
Yes.
Oh yeah, isn't Kevin James in Everybody Loves Raymond?
He shows up for a couple episodes, then they spin him off into his
King of Queens.
Awful show, King of Queens.
Then Kevin James
that America weirdly loved for a weirdly long time.
They're still loving him because he's got a new show coming on.
No!
Kevin James is a new sitcom.
What? Why?
It's like Kevin Can Wait or something.
That sounds awful.
Oh, it's definitely on a CBS or something.
Yeah, I bet it on CBS. Yeah, that makes sense. God, I hope it fails.
We can only.
I hope it fails. Not because I hate you, Kevin James. I just don't like what you stand for on TV.
I think it has a full season order already. The network's pretty into it.
They did. To be fair, they did that for the Michael J. Fox show, and they ended up canceling that one anyway. So
did they ever finish putting these episodes out though?
They put 16 of them out, and then they put the last 8 on Hulu just to get them out of there.
That's so sad.
It was unfortunate because I like Michael J. Fox, and that show could have been good, but everybody on that show was super, super lazy, and nobody took any chances, and it was just nothing.
Who was his wife on that show?
Betsy Brandt.
Oh, Breaking Bad.
Of Breaking Bad, yeah. That show had just ended, I think, or her role had just ended. So
yeah, she wasn't in the last season too much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the prank calls.
Prank calls is funny, right? And I like it. And it became mean. Just something about it you just felt really mean about, and you kind of got a good sense of this character and where this movie was going. So I thought that was very good.
Oh, you know what?
What?
You know how you always ask me how to write? to talk about the description of the movie.
Yeah,
I did that right here in my notes. I'll read to you.
Yeah,
maybe we can edit back in, or not.
Right.
Sandler's a very successful comic actor who gets diagnosed with a terminal disease, so he tries to live out the rest of his life trying to keep everything together. Then I just guess I gave the whole movie description. Then around the halfway point, he tries to rekindle a lost love with Leslie Mann. Seth Rogen is also in the movie. Yeah,
that's the problem. The lost love thing, it just feels like a detour. You can weave that into the whole movie better. Mm-hmm. So I just don't know, we're hanging out there. We spent an hour and a half meeting all of his friends and his buddies, and he goes to this Thanksgiving with the young people, and then we're literally in a different location for 40 minutes. We take a vacation from the movie to go to another movie, to then go back to the movie, which, by the way, just kind of resolves.
Yeah.
They hate each other for a little bit, and then all of a sudden he doesn't hate him anymore, and then they just have a conversation, and that's it. It felt... For a movie, if your movie's gonna be 2.5 hours long, it better be fucking satisfying when it's done. You better be like, oh, good, I'm glad we took all that time, right? And you could make this movie satisfying. You just were like, oh, we're already at 140 pages here. We better just call it a day. All right, well, they're talking at a diner. The end.
You weren't satisfied with seeing the RZA not like Seth Rogen's jokes, or he had to clap at.
No, that's fine.
He had to be the one black guy at the show. I like the jokes.
Right? Yeah.
I love RZA.
So, that's all. I was a little disappointed how this movie ended. Is Dan Harmon in this movie?
Yes. He is, taking a picture of him.
Why is he in this movie?
I put it, it's on the Instagram. Check it out.
Okay. Yeah, check it out on the What the Hell Happened to Them Instagram. Why is he in this movie? Does he just know anybody here, or does he like acting? I don't understand why he's in this movie.
I can't remember why. He's in it for a reason, though, because he's like he knows someone in the crew or something.
All right, it was just weird, just like, what, him?
I don't think he's like friends with Sandler.
It's like I think it's even right. This is like pre-Community, so
yeah, it was like the same year that Community came out.
Yeah,
So they would have
filmed it much earlier. So it was just weird that he was just kicking around.
I think he knows Judd, and he's friends with Sarah Silverman, who's friends with all these people.
I guess that's okay. He's not even in that scene though, which is weird.
No,
weird to see him in there.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Jason Schwartzman did the music for this movie.
Yeah, I know he does music for movies. I can't remember the movies, but I stumbled on that one. Oh, that's kind of weird. He's just kind of bored. I wish Norm Macdonald wore more things. You know?
Yeah.
Like Norm Macdonald.
You want to watch that Devil movie still? Or the dirty work? Dirty jobs?
I might. I don't know. Like, even like things that aren't very good, like A Minute with Stan Hooper, he makes good. He just makes things interesting. He's in like that Mike Tyson cartoon. Have you seen that?
No.
Mike Tyson's
mystery.
Mike Tyson has a mystery team, and they solve mysteries, and Norm Macdonald's like a pigeon. And
that is a great character for to play.
Yeah. And like the dean from Community's in there, and he's a ghost. Oh. And he's supposed to be like.
This sounds like a fun show.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like Mike Tyson's conscience, like Jiminy Cricket type character, and like trying to guide him on the right. So it's a weird like Adult Swim show, but it's funny. So no one thought should be more things.
I'll check that out.
That'd be great. Andy Dick showed up in this movie. Are Andy Dick and Adam Sandler friends?
Andy Dick is friends with Hollywood.
That's just like, it was just like,
he's in Hollywood, and they'll be like, get over here, Andy.
Like, these guys are all playing themselves. I don't see why Adam Sandler can't play himself.
Andy Dick and Dino Stamatopoulos are doing a podcast together now.
What?
And they're going to be on Harmontown next week.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Everyone is scared for this episode. Because Andy Dick on a live mic.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
He seems to be an unstable man. I worry.
He's been kicked off a number of
Andy
planes.
Dick. Yeah. And Aubrey Plaza. Not a fan of Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, I love her deadpan.
Yeah, like, but that's like, maybe that's funny for a little bit.
There's a line in this movie that I quote
that's everything.
Far too often.
That's everything I see. Like, everything I see her, she's the same person. The routine is tired. I'm tired of it.
Well, this was fresh back then. This is before Parks and Rec.
Oh, yeah? Okay. No, it wasn't.
2009.
Same
year it started.
No, Parks and Rec was on when I was in high school.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes, indeed, Joe.
Parks and Rec started in 2009.
No.
It might have been like 2008 when we were just graduating then.
It might have been our final year in high school, yeah, but it had been on. Still old. It's old here. It's old in Parks and Rec. It's old in that List movie.
2009, motherfucker. You're wrong.
Not wrong. I watched it.
April 9th,
when I still lived in Franklin.
How were you watching it in 2009?
I don't know. That is really weird.
You were
but
time
I did
traveling?
watch it. I did watch it.
It just got real.
No, give me your phone. Your phone's wrong. I don't know how to use your phone. Get it away from me.
2009.
No.
Ending your first year.
Can't be.
Her shtick was hot.
Not hot.
It says skinny Seth Rogen with an exclamation point.
It doesn't bother me.
No, I was just put off.
Is Eminem friends with Adam Sandler? Why is Eminem? Eminem was the weirdest cameo in this movie.
I know you haven't seen the interview, but he's also in the interview and that's like a apatow produced, I think.
So he's just like
maybe friends with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, it could be
because that's Seth Rogen's movie. He directed that.
All right,
with Evan Goldberg.
So what's the quote you say? You say you have like a line you quote a lot.
Oh, when he's like, do you listen to music?
Yeah. Yeah,
this is so good.
I can't remember I just wrote down like they make like the list, right? Seth Rogen's talking about like a list of like Jews or something. Yeah. I can't remember the exact joke, but that was probably the only moment I laughed out loud in this movie. But it was pretty funny.
Once?
Yeah, but I liked it. I find this character very interesting, so I like following him around and seeing him in his lifestyle. I like that he has.
You're hard to make laugh.
I am. I don't laugh at a lot of things, even though I watch a lot of sitcoms. I laugh
at a great number of things.
I laugh very little at these shows. I watch them because they're interesting. I also like that Adam Sandler has 5 TVs.
And he watches them all
at the same time.
And it's just all of him.
Yes.
It's almost like his Batcave.
Yeah.
I want to get like a side-by-side shot of Ben Affleck looking at all of his monitors. And then
Affleck, trying to find the Joker.
Looking at all this.
And Adam Sandler's trying to find his Rosebud. It's tough. It's rough, man. It's rough.
I have genuine laughter. Seth Rogen. Jason Schwartzman said he lost 20 pounds, and Seth Rogen said, from my cock. And then he spills a lot of the orange juice on the table right after he says that.
Yeah. When he's trying to impress the girl.
He's embarrassed from making a dick joke, which he should be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the social norms are in Hollywood. It's a weird land out there.
My next note was a tremendous number of dick jokes in this movie.
Yeah, well...
like more than
I
ordinary.
think like that was like his arc though, right? Wasn't Sandler was like, all right, Seth Rogen, you gotta stop making dick and fart jokes because women aren't gonna want to date you. Mm-hmm. Which is a weird lesson to take away from this movie.
Since it's like a contradiction for Sandler.
Yeah, and I don't even know how much...
I think he has a model wife and a couple of kids now.
Like... Because his jokes were still off-colored, but for some reason then chicks dig him. Like, it's not like this magical key where he stops telling dick jokes and now ladies are into him. Like, it was maybe that was like a shorthand for like trying to say you gotta grow up, Seth Rogen. But then I don't remember Seth Rogen doing all that much to grow up. I guess he tries to stop the lady from breaking up with her husband.
Yeah.
But that didn't feel like a growing up thing because I thought he would do that at the beginning of the movie too. Like his character doesn't seem to have grown into a person that would do that.
He's grown up. That's the next movie.
Grown-ups, yes.
Adam Sandler's first stand-up. He says, "You need me. I won't be here forever. You should be thanking me for those movies."
What?
It's too meta.
Yeah.
I won't be here
that's
forever.
Right.
You should be thanking me for those movies.
Yeah, just call him Adam Sandler. Just call him Adam Sandler.
This movie's so
call him
real.
You called him Ray Romano, and then you made a bunch of Everybody Loves Raymond jokes at him. So just call him Adam Sandler. It's okay.
How well do you remember Inglourious Bastards? Do you
Not
remember
very well.
Eli Roth's character, the bear Jew?
No.
Well, Sandler turned down that role.
To be in this movie?
Yes. He was supposed to be the bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards.
That's fine. I like it. Why you take that be the starring role in a movie? Why wouldn't you turn that down?
It's a Tarantino movie.
But he's a starring
that movie
role
made
in this movie.
$200 million.
So why he's a movie star? He gets a better trailer than being a bear Jew.
I mean,
would he even get any profit shares from that? Being
who cares?
Like a small. Okay, so
that's
why do you want to be in that
movie?
So what? It's not. I Realise Bastards is not iconic. I would not call it iconic.
I love that movie.
There are Tarantinos that are iconic. I don't think Inglourious Bastards is in that pantheon of his.
I think it's has like his most awards.
Yeah, it might. But everybody goes back to his earlier films.
It was his first foreign film. Let's admit that. That movie is 2/3
there is definitely
language.
Some other languages in there. You know what else I learned about Judd Apatow in this movie? I don't think he's a very good director.
No.
I think he's a fine writer and a fine producer, but his directing is pretty lackluster.
I think he doesn't know how to hire an editor.
Editing. His movies do feel long, but just watching it, just what he's doing with the camera, you're just unimpressed. And then sometimes
I like how you said "feel." They are long. Yeah. They are too long.
Yeah, but then you can be long. You can be long like a Bela Tarr movie, and it's okay. But this movie, it feels long.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, that's bad. You don't want your movie to feel long. It can be long, but you don't want it to feel long.
I get you now.
Right? So, like a Tarkovsky movie or I can't remember the 2001 guy.
It's Kubrick?
Yeah, I don't know why I forgot his name. A Kubrick movie or a Coppola movie, they all are long.
They feel so good, though.
Exactly. Like, but they don't feel long.
I'm so excited.
So... Yes, but it's like there's like a scene where Sandler and Rogan Sandler admits to Rogan that he's dying, and like that camera's like he has Sandler moving around just for no reason. He talks to Rogan, and then for some reason he walks over here, and then eventually he walks back to where he was at the beginning, and that's it. And then there's another scene where it seems like it's gonna be interesting, where Sandler's talking and we're just behind him and he's out of and he's in focus, but we're only looking at the back of his head, and Rogan's in a door frame and he's out of focus, and you're like, oh, this is really neat. And then it just racks to him, and then the scene just goes on like regular and doesn't really do anything with that. And you're like, oh, did the focus puller just forget to pull focus at the right time, and that was the only take you had, so you had to use it? Like, I don't know what the issue was there. So it just, like, even when there were neat things in here, it seems to either be by accident or not to actually signify anything. So I was disappointed in here.
How would you describe Judd Apatow? Would you consider him a visionary?
No, I don't know. I like it.
In the comedian comedy?
I think in a I don't know. It's hard for me for comedies because I'm not a comedy guy. I don't find movies that funny, but I'm not. But I know a lot of people clearly do.
He's trying to take the whole dramedy thing. I think trying to take control of it.
I don't think he's that. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's too. There's no way this is going to sound good. I think he's too mainstream to take dramedy to its fullest. Like, I think he has to be too tentpole-y because his movies cost too much. And they have to have too broad an audience.
Though. There's no reason for.
I know. I'm just saying that's what they are. Maybe because they're so long or whatever. So he tries to. I'm never that moved or interested or buy into it. This, I think, was the most interesting film I've seen him do, and apparently it's his least successful. So.
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
So what does he have after this?
This is 40.
That might not be that good, but maybe that one was cheaper.
That's my least favorite Apatow thing that's ever existed. I don't know.
And is that it? Is that all he does?
Trainwreck.
Oh, yeah.
He's only directing in that, and he helps Schumer write it, but it's mostly her script.
Yeah, that one. I haven't seen it, but that one doesn't feel like an Apatow film. Would you say it does?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch it.
Okay.
I'll get it to you.
It feels like it just feels like more of a Schumer project. Like, I don't know. It feels like more of her personality is on there.
After you've seen a couple of those Apatow like early films, you're like, oh, okay. He has a feel and a style that you're like, okay.
Maybe I just don't like his style. Because I'm okay with dramedies. I'm actually getting tired of the dramedies now. There's just too many of them, and they're mostly actually just dramas.
Yes.
Like, I'm not that big into the Transparent.
I watched like 2 episodes.
That one I'm not into that much.
Orange is the New Black, same.
Yeah, like and Hulu and Amazon, they keep coming out with new ones and they keep calling them dramedies and they advertise them that, like,
because they want both the drama and the comedy.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I like Louis, but Louis legitimately I find funny. Like, it's not like, that's the thing. Like, I think people think dramedies and they're funny moments, but they're also really sad later on. But Louis makes you laugh, and then when you think about why you laughed, then you get a little sadder. Because like, it's not like they're split. It's not like it's funny for a little bit and then we get to our third act and then we're sad. Like, there's sadness in the laughter. That's what I think makes them work, and I think that's what we're missing in the dramedy spectrum.
You know, the first episode that came to mind when you're talking about
what?
Like a dramedy episode of Louis.
Yeah.
The Blueberries episode and the Hobo one.
The Hobo one's a great example.
They're the same one, I think.
Yeah?
I think they're the same episode.
That Hobo one is fantastic. I also like the one where he's trying to be on the Letterman show, or he's trying to host the Letterman show. I think that one's that should be like the Louis C.K. Like, this is if you want to encapsulate the show, it's that arc.
And they gave it to Modern Family that year.
I know! Modern Family, which maybe only deserved 1 Emmy. Maybe. Not 5.
I think he got...
Absolutely not.
He got writing Emmys, though.
Here's what you say. Here's what you say when you say Modern Family deserves 5 primetime Emmys. You say it's just as good as Frasier, which is not. You say it's better than Cheers. You say it's better than All in the Family, which changed television forever. You say it's better than the Dick Van Dyke Show, and none of that is true. None of that. Modern Family is a show people like now, but will very soon fade away into the ethers of TV history because it will not age well. That show is super boring.
I watched 1 episode. It's not for me.
That, weirdly, is a show that I also still watch, but I think I keep watching it so I can then tell people how bad it still is. So people aren't like, well, it got better. No, it's actually gotten worse and lazier.
If you can find time to watch Modern Family and that other show that you don't like, you need to watch Atlanta.
Which is unfortunate because Steve Levitan worked on Frasier. And he did great on Frasier. And now I don't know, maybe because the other people aren't involved and this is Perfect Project, I don't know why this one is so drastically different and not as funny.
I listen to a Frasier podcast. I know, hot takes.
I know. I have a lot. I seem to have a lot of opinions on Modern Family.
My next note This should not come as a surprise because of the length. Paul Thomas Anderson has an uncredited edit of this film.
Paul Thomas Anderson had edited a different version of this film?
No, he apparently he has an uncredited edit. He edited this film.
Oh, he edited this film.
Yeah.
He edited this film?
Apparently there's some other guy who took credit.
Why did he edit this movie? What is he just like, hey, Judd Apatow, let me help you out here.
Is Maya Rudolph
I got nothing to do.
That's his wife. If she's in...
Paul Thomas Anderson's wife is Maya Rudolph?
They have 4 kids together.
How did they meet?
Comedy, Largo, I think in LA. I think that's... He loves going... He loves... that's where he met Sandler.
Oh.
And that's why Maya Rudolph's in Grown Ups. She plays Chris Rock's wife.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. That's so weird.
Paul Thomas Anderson is very ingrained in the comedy community.
I had no idea.
He just doesn't choose to do a lot of comedic
He doesn't
movies.
At all, no. Which is fine. It just... I mean,
he does comedies.
Listen, everybody likes to laugh.
Inherent Vice. Funny movie.
Inherent Vice was garbage.
Oh,
It's a garbage,
do not say that.
Incomprehensible, unwatchable movie.
Them. I've seen 5
I know,
times.
it's so, and I never understood it.
I saw it 3 times in the theater.
You saw it 3 times by the time I saw it once. I think we both saw it. I think you saw it once, I saw it, and then you saw it 2 more times, and I said, why? I had no idea.
I really had a hard time understanding it. But
yes, of course you did!
So was the book. I read the book. The book...
Yeah, it sounds like something you probably shouldn't adapt it to a movie.
I think it's just a Thomas Pynchon thing, though.
Then leave him in book form. Okay, if people want to read it, that's fine. They don't need to make it. You don't need to make it to a movie nobody understands.
I had so much fun watching it. It's just kind of a series of vignettes. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think that's a closer form of it. Yeah, some strangling plot threads.
2.5 hours of vignettes.
Oh my god, it's so long.
It's very long.
I think I was the only one in that theater. I was working on that movie in New York at the time, so I saw it in a weird.
You said New York? Oh,
I was in one of the largest malls in New York. And I was at the movie theater there, and there was nobody.
Yeah, no one saw this movie with me
the
3 times.
To be fair, what I also saw at this theater was Unbroken, which was also terrible. And I buy that nobody was there. And also director. Selma, which was really good.
I love that.
And movie. I don't know why no one was there. Maybe, I had weird days off when because that's how the movie biz goes, so... It was a Tuesday at 10 in the morning. I saw Selma, so maybe that's not that surprising.
I saw it with a half crowd.
Half crowd
on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's on a Sunday. I bet there would be people if I went on a Sunday. I bet there'd be people. Yeah. Well, we have derailed. I feel terribly. You have any more notes before we finish up?
If Sandler hadn't done the role, Paul Rudd or Jason Bateman would have.
I would not have wanted Paul Rudd in this role.
Neither have I. It doesn't make any sense.
Not at all.
And Jason Bateman, maybe.
You could have. I just feel like you lose that extra level of meta-ness to it.
He did the sequel to Teen Wolf, right?
Yeah!
Your face! I wish...
They couldn't get Michael J. Fox back, so they're like, oh, no, I'm not doing it again. I'm not your trained monkey, Joe. Don't take a photo of my face. You try to get them when they're live. Here's the problem. Why don't we need to video record these, right? Like those radio shows that are also TV shows for some reason.
We do not need to put more work onto this podcast. That hasn't even come out
Lev
yet.
can handle it. It's fine. What? Okay, now Lev, you don't need to give me the middle finger.
So many
That's
hats.
fine.
Adam Sandler wears so many hats in this movie.
Yeah, that was a fun little character thing, I thought. Like the sort of excess of riches.
A collage of all the hats that he wears in this movie.
I feel like you have too much free time, Joe.
I like this movie, but it should have wrapped up 90 minutes ago. There we go.
Yeah. No, I think... I don't... Listen...
IMDb, plot loosely based on The Great Gatsby. Does that make any sense to you?
That's what IMDb says?
Mm-hmm. That's what someone wrote. But, they can edit that shit.
I guess, right? You have a guy that made it rich and famous, but he still longs for the girl he had from before he was rich and famous.
Oh, that sounds like Great Gatsby.
Right? Yeah. So, it's not that unbelievable, I guess. It's just not what I go to right away, and I wouldn't have thought of it if IMDb hadn't said it.
I'm glad I said something.
So doesn't
my research.
Doesn't change that much my view of the movie.
No, it should. This is Funny People, The Great Gatsby story.
All right, then. So,
On that note.
do you have any final thoughts, Joe, before we wrap up?
My final thoughts are non-existent.
Non-existent.
I love this movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. My final thoughts, I think, are, like I said at the beginning, Adam Sandler looked like he was having fun in this role. It looked a lot more fun than he was having at bedtime stories. So I think Adam Sandler, if there's something about you that you seem to enjoy doing these, and maybe you don't like doing it that much, but
maybe you should do more rated R movies.
It would be great to see you do more Adam Sandler. That's all. It's just when you're having fun, we have a lot more fun with you, and we kind of get to partake, and you get to explore something about yourself that you seem to find interesting. So it would be great to see you keep doing more roles like this. All right, so we'd like to thank our intern, Jiminy. Jiminy, any phone calls? No? Not? All right, that's fine. I'd like to, of course, thank... We'd like to, of course, thank Lev Van Rensselaer, our audio maven. We'd like to thank our sponsors, MudMeat. Go to www.mudmeat.com and enter the code JoeIsAFart to get 50% off your first order and free shipping. No spaces, please, all one word, no capitalizations. All right, as always, I am Patrick Scale. You can find our works, www.quixoticunited.com. New content up every Monday at midnight. All right, good Joe, say good night.
Good night.
I have something to tell you. Hey, Sera, Sera. Hey, Sera, Sera. Hey, Sera, Sera.
Go away, yeah? All right.
My last note is perfection.
All right.
Bravo.
So you found this trailer just so we can go on with our show.
Yes, this trailer. All right, let's take a... You're going to plug it in or you just want to...
We'll get it after.
Okay.
I like having a girlfriend.
All right.
I don't have one, but I like it better. One night stands are tough, and I'm not great at sex, so at the end of every time I gotta go, normally I do better than that. Girlfriends are so much better. You'd finish up and you're just like, well, you know. That's how I do it. Hey, George, it was you destroyed, man. You're the guy who was on after me? It's very hard to be romantic with women when you live on a pull-out couch. Once those two
I'm into this movie so far.
No, it's all. You were good. Maybe you can write me some jokes. I've been going to this guy's movie since the moment I can remember. This is amazing.
Feels very real.
Do you have any friends that are like you but just way funnier? You can say yes. I'm going to tell you something, and I don't want you to get all weird.
Oh, okay. Two movies I like.
It's too early to know.
Well, you're losing me a little bit.
Did anybody ever tell you you have a very scary accent?
You are a very funny man. I enjoy your movies.
And I enjoy all of your movies.
Which movies?
The ones where you try to kill Bruce Willis. Are you crying right now? Oh, come on, wipe it off.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing good because I'm talking to you. There is always the one girl out there that got away.
This is my husband.
Judd Apatow's wife.
The one that got away. Guys have that and serial killers have that.
Maybe they lost with the Death Cab song.
I just went to the doctors. He said I'm not sick anymore. Yes. All right, go ahead.
What was that like, having one foot in the door?
I'm feeling like I'm in the moment.
All right.
First time in my life.
All right, what is this movie about right now?
No, it's still easy to follow. Here's the problem is that outside of the stand-up sets, there are no jokes.
Yeah.
So I think people are just expecting this to not be a funny movie coming from two very funny people. But just the meta-ness of it all would make me go and see it. Like this is still being sold to me. I would still watch this movie.
That's why I saw it. I'm just wondering about...
There's one candle next to his bed that started flickering.
It will end on a joke.
You know, you don't pass through fire to get to heaven. I think he went to hell.
Oh, maybe it was skinny Seth Rogen. Maybe that's what
I don't
deterred
know.
everyone.